This is Kreskin, and of course you're wondering what's on my mind. I have to tell you something. This is a fulfillment of something I promised you a while back. And if you got a quick pen or a pencil, you only have to make a small note about it, because as you know, I've been planning to do a very special experience in which you, your friends, relatives, people you don't know, never heard of, can all participate. Because I want to sample the feeling that you're going to contribute to as to who you feel inclined to vote for the presidency of the United States in the coming election. Now, the date that I'm going to do this experience with you and all that are joining you is going to be Tuesday, October 6th. And the time, and this is very, very important, don't want to forget this in any way, shape, or form. The time on Tuesday, October 6th is 3:33 p.m. Why did I make it a specific detailed minute? Because of the vast time I'm spending with you. It's going to be a total of 3 minutes. That's all I need. And oh yes, this is going to be available on Facebook Live and what have you. But can I suggest something to you? I don't need you on Facebook. I don't need you on a cell phone. All I need is your thinking. You can be alone, parked off the side of the street in a car. You could be walking out of a restaurant. You could sit in a room by yourself. I need those 3 minutes with you, your thoughts, by yourself alone. That is the key. Because I've never done this in this way regarding the elections coming up. But I want to sample and see on that day, on October 6th, Tuesday at 3:33, what my feelings are that the vast majority of folks in our nation want to pick for the next presidency. You may change your mind, by the way, within the month before the election. That's fine. Hey, with Hillary Clinton, everybody knew she was going to vote for and be picked as far as the person people were going to vote for, if I can correct myself there. But I had an intuitive feeling just a few weeks before of a change of mind. I may have as such with this whole scenario. But let's tap in how you feel about it in that date on that Tuesday. And just make a note of this. And wherever you are, set aside those 3 minutes to focus and reflect. By the way, folks, I can't overlook, because tomorrow, Friday, we're doing this here on Thursday, but tomorrow is 9/11. And now I'm going to reveal to you a situation that very few of you know about. It was written about in a book, my last book, not my current one, dealing with adventures with the mind, but my last one. And people have reflected how in the world did this happen. What I'm going to tell you about is something I have no solution to. I don't have an answer on how this happened. But when I wrote a book some years back, I went to dozens and dozens of celebrities to ask them to make some predictions about their future or the future of the work that they're involved in. And on January 1st, 2001, January 1st, 2001, I was on a television news broadcast. I believe it was CNN. I do a dozen of them, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and what have you, talking about predictions for the coming year. And we're discussing things. I'm on the air. I'm talking about the issues that I think are going to take place in the days to come and what have you. And suddenly, and I couldn't talk about this for many, many months, But suddenly I stopped on the air and said, I don't know why. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I have a feeling in September of this year that here in New York City will be a disaster involving two airlines. Needless to say, a few days after 9/11, I was interviewed by government officials that asked me, Kreskin, what made you say that? What made you, in the way you phrased it, literally predict 9/11? I don't know, and for a long time it's something I could not discuss because I have no solution. But as we all know, sometimes the mind treats us with revelations in ways that we really don't fully understand. Now, the other factor I want to bring to your attention, of course, let's not forget the date that I gave you, Tuesday, October 6th, 333. But I've got to stop and reflect upon last Thursday's program, because it dealt with something I'd been aware of a number of years and then wrote about years and years ago in a book before it ever really happened. It has to do with research and putting a device in the brain that some would almost describe as mind reading, and as the story I referred to, the news piece referred to as mind reading. It didn't stop there. Just a few days ago, Sunday, on one of the finest network news broadcast shows that we have to this day, and that's 60 Minutes, they devoted an entire segment to this research that's now gone on for 10 years. As the researcher that was on it pointed out, it's going to be many, many more years, costing hundreds of thousands of dollars, where it's going to be possible, and they're already doing it, putting a device, in some cases like a thread, inside the brain of some people who are disturbed, who can't speak, who can't hear, who can't see, and seeing if in some way this could help. And people who can't hear can soon be made to hear music by just a program of these devices in their brains. And some of the experiments that they explained on 60 Minutes deal with finding out which of a category of 12 topics a person is thinking about. They feel that this could be revolutionary. While today the treatment is in the thousands of dollars, in the years to come it could be in the hundreds of dollars. And then, in a final remark by the brilliant interview of the 60 Minutes broadcaster, she said, what about it in the far future? In essence, her words were, could this tool become commonplace? And the researcher stopped and reacted the way I would have, and said, yes, that's probably the case. Watch her expression as she looks down with great frustration, because if and when that happens, it'll change our society for good. God forbid this mind-reading device gets in the hands of the Chinese Communist Party, because it could, in years to come, become an unintended war weapon, except for those who mean to use our advancements to selfish advantages. Well, folks, on the positive side, let's not forget that we have an appointment on Tuesday, October 6th, 3:33. All I can say is to be continued.